Y'all want to see a dead body?
Yeah.
You may have 10 years, man! 10! Where have you been for 10 years? I freaked out, joined the army, went into business for myself, professional killer.
Oh, but is that, do you have to do post-graduate work for that?
We're on.
Can you jump right in? I'm curious about that. Open market, that's good. Wow.
3, 2, 1. All right! Rockin' how? We used to do this back in the day. Like rockers would always do that shit. Offensive, yes, offensive. But every now and then you'd see a rocker do this one. Even more offensive, I love it. But really, this is my personal favorite. I made this one up. All right, this is an original. You go like this. Way more offensive because it's realistic. You know what I'm saying? You got All right, let's get serious here. All right. All right. I'm dressed like this because Motley Crue's greatest hits album was a decade of decadence, and that's what we're doing right here. Welcome to the original Westside Weedsmoke Fantasy Brand. Original Westside Weedsmoke Brand Fantasy Football League 2025. Year 10. 10 years. I've been doing this shit for 10 years. All right? And I'm hoping to go 10 more. I'm hoping to go 15 more. And then start another 25-year cycle, all right? I don't know how many leagues out there have celebrated a 50-year anniversary, but hopefully we could do it if we all can, stay alive. So, I'm going to just get down to business because I don't want this video to be too long because I know somebody's going to be like, 10-minute video, no thanks. So I'm going to lay out all the info real quick. Anyway, we've been around for 10 years. If you don't know, me and my cousin G. Kalulani started this actually like 12 years ago. And there was a weed theme league. That's why it's Westside Weedsmoke. And we lived in LA, hence the West Side. The first couple years we did this, we had like 10-man league. But it was just like me, my cousin, and a couple other people who we knew. Everybody else was outsiders, and the outsiders kept winning. So then we changed the rules so that we would win, but we never won. And then eventually we socialized a bit, and we met enough people to actually fill up a league full of people. Now, that hasn't always worked out because people drop out, people weren't real. You know how it goes if you've been in the fantasy game. But we're at a point now, 10 years in, 10 years it took to actually get a group of 8 people that we know and we could trust. Trust to pay their dues, trust to send the trophy back if we have a trophy, anything like that. I'll cover that right now. But anyways, there's me. You guys know me. You might know me as Johnny, LJ, whatever. I go by West now. Same guy. I've been the commissioner for 10 years, trying to put this league together and do whatnot and trying to wrangle y'all. And it's not always easy, but that's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's just a game. We got G. Illuminati, my cousin. He helped me put the league together. I got my other cousin, Ant. I don't know what his name is. Throwaway Players. Andrew Turnspit. He's been off and on. We got real life shit going on, kids and family and whatnot. So we drop in and out, but I think he's locked in. My boy Adam over there in Hawaii. He's got the MAGA. He's representing his thing. Whatever, man. No politics in the league. You know what I'm saying? We don't care about that. Even though I'm a fucking liberal, progressive communist myself, but whatever, to each his own. We got my boy Pete. My boy Pete, been my friend for 25 years. Every single year he's been in the league, and he's always there coming for you. He's won a championship or two, so he's a threat. Let me just say that. My boy Josh, he's out there in Seattle. I think he's the, what's his name? Not the Randoms, the Vandals, Frisco City Vandals. I don't know, something like that. He changes his name every now and then. He's out there in Seattle. He's doing his thing. He's been down every single year himself. I don't know if he's exactly won too many championships, but he's going to be chasing that dream right now because I think he's he's only working part-time, so he wants to win this. You want to win this too, all right? We got, who else is in the league? Pete, G, Maga, Anthony, Josh, me, and we got 2 new people. My boy Jack, he's out there in the South now. He's from LA. We met in LA. We were both 2 knuckleheads staring at our phones at the bar, screaming, and I looked across the bar. He looked across the bar at me. We locked eyes, and we knew that we're in this. Fantasy Brothers. I was like, who you starting this weekend? And he told me, and we started sharing information, and we've been friends ever since. All right, that's my man. And he'll party hard with you. And then he'll wake up Monday morning and go sell a $5 million home. That's what he's about, all right? We're about that business. He's out there in Carolina, one of the Carolinas, south, north, it's all the same to me. And then we got the new booty, my boy Dan, all right? My boy Dan, not the other Dan. Last year we had a Dan who, tried to sell his players or something like that. We don't do that, all right? You can't sell your players, all right? Try to keep it on the up and up. My boy Dan, my friend from high school, all right? I got 2 friends in high school in this league, all right? That's how far back we go. Me and Adam used to walk home from school together, all right? That's how far we go back. We used to walk home from school. Think about that, all right? We used to walk home on the railroad tracks to get home, and think about what we were gonna do when we growed up. Well, we're grown up now, and we're still doing some kid shit. So fuck it, all right? Keep it young. My boy Dan the same. We went to high school together, and this is back in the day in landlines. And so, one person has a landline, the other person has a landline, and then next thing you know, like somebody changes their number or you move, you lose that phone number, you lose the connection. And 1997, I fell out of touch with my boy Dan. Thought about him all the time, man. Probably thought about him a week, every single week at least, for the past 30 years. And then, randomly, on social media, the only reason why I'm thankful for social media is because I found my boy Dan. Found my boy Dan, exchanged a couple numbers, you know what I'm saying? Got back in touch with him, and now he's in the league. He's the rookie. This is his rookie year. Jack, this is his 2nd year. The rest of y'all have been around for a minute. So welcome. This is the league, all right? This is the league. These are the 8. We are the 8, and I want to roll to the future with you 8, okay? So, we're going to do some wild shit this year and moving forward, so I'm going to break it all down right now. First of all, there is going to be, there's a 1-day, the 24-hour trade hold, so if you do a trade, I didn't want to do 2 days, because 2 days can fuck you up sometimes if you try to, get a player, you know what I'm saying. Tuesday, it doesn't give you enough time for the Thursday. Thursday, it doesn't give you enough time for the weekend. So it's a 24-hour trade denial. And I know everybody's going to be denying my trades. You love to deny my trades. One time, I traded Aaron Rodgers for a defense, and people said it was an uneven trade. And I was like, yeah, it's an uneven trade, but I needed a defense. They were like, no, it's uneven because you got the defense. I was like, what? How can it be? I traded a quarterback, number 1 quarterback, for a defense, and everybody was like, man, you trade raped them. So, I guess I'm a serial trade rapist, whatever. Let it be. I win. I get results, all right? I get results. I'm the one to beat in this league, just to let you know. You think that you're a champion, you think that you're good at fantasy football, let it be known right now. I'm the guy to beat, all right? You're chasing my titles, all right? I got the record to prove it. I got the numbers written right here. All right, so this is what we're going to do. $50 buy-in. We're going to take a little bit of that money and put it into a pot, all right? That pot's going to cover trophy and long-term payouts. So basically, I'm trying to work it out with a couple people to find out if we're going to do a first, second, third, or a winner take all. If we do a first, second, third, that keeps you guys playing, and to me, that's the benefit. Shh. And that's the benefit. I want to keep people playing until the end. If you notice other fantasy football leagues, you play for the first and second spot. Third and fourth, it starts to lose its luster. Fifth and sixth, no one sets their lineup. No one cares. And then for the last place, people are just setting their lineup so they're not the shit king. All right, well, we're going to change that. What I'm setting up here is going to be a point system. Pay attention. What we're going to do is every year that we go, and like I said, you guys are going to rock with me for the next 10 years. Why not, right? Let's just keep it going. I'm going to play fantasy football for the rest of my life, so it might as well be in this league. And hopefully you are too. So, for the next 10 years, we've been around for 10 years now, all right? Decade of decadence. Motley Crue's greatest hits album. That's not the only reason why I'm dressed like this. It's just Sunday, so I rock this. Look, first place every year. First place, 8 points. Second place, 6 points. Third, 5. Fourth, 4. Fifth, third, 6, 2 points. Seventh place, 1 point. Last place, -1 point. See where I'm going with this? You see where I'm going with this? All right. Last place, you lose a point. 1 point. First place, you get 8 points. All right. Second place, 6 points. So basically, you want to get first place every year, right? That gives you an extra point. That gives you an edge on the competition. After 10 years have passed from this point, this season right here, after 10 years, we're going to count up the points. Count up the points. Whoever has the most points at the end of the 10 years gets the pot. What's the pot? The pot is going to be Bitcoin. I figure this is the best way to lock away some money. And it gives a little incentive there because you never know where the Bitcoin's going to be in 10 years. I vow to you that I will place $50 in the Bitcoin every single year. So by the end of 10 years, it'll be $500 cash worth of Bitcoin. Now, if you know Bitcoin, hopefully you do, you know that it might be worth more than $500. Okay? Bitcoin pretty much doubled in price since I've been in it. So the cash prize, it could be $1,000 worth of Bitcoin by this point. It could be $1,500. It could be $2,000. For all we know, this Bitcoin could be worth $5,000 after 10 years. All right. So we just got to, I'll keep putting it in, and whoever wins at the end, you get it. But let's face it, I'm probably going to win anyway. So, and if I do win, I'll probably let it ride. 10-year anniversary. So let's say at the 25-year mark, so 15 years from now, if you're still in the league, this is what we're doing. I got these right here. This is an ounce of silver. Ooh, this bad boy's heavy too. 99.99% silver issued by the United States government, 1 ounce. All right. I've been buying these just because I'm afraid of the end of the world and I want to have something to melt down. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to start the pot off with 2 of them. 2 ounces of silver are going into this pot. Every year, I will add another ounce of silver. At the end of 15 years, because of these 2, at the end of 15 years, it will be 16 ounces of silver. That's 1 pound of silver that the winner will get on the 25th anniversary, the silver anniversary. All right. So we have the Bitcoin coming in 10 years. We got the silver in 15 on the 25-year anniversary, and we get the league payout every year. I'm going to talk to some of you guys and figure out if we're going to do a first, second, or third, or the winner take all. Personally, I like the first, second, and third. I like the first, second, and third thing. I think it's more of an incentive for people to play for third place. But I'm going to ask around, and I'll see what you guys think. I'll actually take your advice on this one. Winner take all, first, second, third. It's your league too. All right. Whatever you guys decide, that's what we're going to rock with. So every year, there will be a payout for either first or first, second, third. At the end of 10 years, there will be the Bitcoin payout. Who knows what the fuck that could look like? That could be crazy. And honestly, I might be furious that I'm giving away thousands of dollars of Bitcoin. But whatever. Hopefully, whoever wins, maybe reimburses me for what I put in. But hey, You know, that's up to you. I just want y'all to have fun. And I want to have fun myself. I want to have a good time in this fantasy football league. I want to be invested in it. And I want you guys to have fun too. Let's talk shit. We got the Discord. If you don't know how to get into the Discord, ask me. A couple of you guys are already in there. We got a whole section in the Discord just for this league alone. Talk shit, post memes, videos, whatever you want. No holes barred. Just don't say a couple words. There's a couple words out there that you can't say, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Just don't say them. All right. But other than that, have fun, and let's rock this shit out. And get to know one each other, man. Like, when we get to this age, man, I know you guys are all like me. You're probably in your 40s, maybe even going on your 50s. You don't really socialize. You don't really make friends like we used to. So these are our friends. These are my friends. Hopefully they're your friends too. I know a couple of you, we've been to league meetups. We used to do them more regularly where we all meet in LA and have a big party and whatnot. I had a kid, so, fucking kids are like a fucking anchor. Can't go anywhere. Can't take this fucker anywhere. Just kidding. She's great. Hopefully we'll start doing that again. Maybe meet in Vegas one time. I think that was tossed around. I would love to go hang out with y'all in Vegas. Talk shit to each other, meet each other. I know, my boy Pete has met my cousins, and Pete pretty much knows everybody in the league, and, try to win, but it's not all about winning, but I'm sure you want to win. You know what I'm saying? Like, you definitely want to win the Bitcoin. And just to run it down for you real quick, I just want to, run this by you. I added some of the points up, just for an example. And mind you, some of you have dropped out of the league and came back in. We've had people play for 1 year and drop out. So the numbers are kind of skewed. But in adding up the points in this point system with the 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, -1, all right? Pete, after 10 years, you would have had 35 points. Not bad, right? G Illuminati, after 10 years, you would have had 35 points. Adam, after 10 years, 32 points. Anthony, after 10 years, but you dropped out a couple times and had shit to do, 29 points. Now imagine if you've never dropped out. You'd probably be above these other guys. Josh, 23 points, but you go off grid. You don't set your lineup, bro. Like, if you set lineups, you'd probably be higher than 23 points. And then me, 48 points. All right? Like I said, I'm the motherfucker to beat. All right? 48 points. I'd walk away with the Bitcoin today. All right? And I'd be right there for the silver. And also, to make it a little bit easier, I was thinking about knocking the winner of the 10 years down to the second place position. So then you'd be tied. And then the next 5 years, you got to earn that silver. I'm batting that around. I'm not sure if we want to do that. That's socialism. And I know a lot of you all hate socialism. But I was thinking, like, if you won the 10-year prize, maybe I should take you down a notch and then give other people a shot. I don't know. We have 10 years to figure it out. In the event of a tie, in the 10-year or the 15-year, in the event of a tie, we'll run a fantasy playoff. If you don't know what the fantasy playoff is, it's a lot like fantasy football, but it's much, much harder. If anybody's ran a fantasy playoff, the playoff fantasy version, shit is fucking hard. Like, I'm a pro at fantasy football, but the playoffs is rough because you got to pick from a pool of players and hope those players make it to the next round, If you pick like Patrick Mahomes, he gets eliminated the first week. You have no quarterback. If you pick, say, Brock Purdy and he makes it all the way to the Super Bowl like he will and wins the Super Bowl, you're getting points the entire round. So a fantasy football playoff, like, you really got to be savvy because you got to know not only players, but you got to predict who's going to the next round. That would only be in the event of a tie. But other than that, that's it. Like I said, we got Dan. Dan is our rookie. Jack is our sophomore, second-year player. The rest of us, Josh, Anthony, Adam, G, Pete. We've been tight for a long time, man. We've been doing this for a minute. And like my cousin said, he'll be playing fantasy football for the rest of his life. So let's make the best of it, all right? Go out there, make some friends, make some enemies, because that's what life is all about. And football. Oh, and by the way, I realized I've kind of lost my edge in the last couple of years. Part of it is because I want other people to win, and I noticed the more I lost, the more other people wanted to play. And so it's like, okay, I'll take a little breather. I'll take a breather. But I ain't taking no more fucking breathers, all right? I'm coming for your asses. And I realized every time I make music, I tend to do better.
That's good. Wow.
So watch out. The new single's coming soon. Shout at the Westside! All right.